Hey, what is up, guys? I'm back again with the best racing games of the week. So the first racing game that I have here is called drag racing. So on this game, you start off with a certain amount of money, $20,000, and you have to pick yourself a car. Now you have different game modes in this game where you can do a quick race, you can do a career mode, you can do the pro league, as well as an online multiplayer right here. Play with your friends and then try to beat the world records. So when you start off, you get $20,000. So I ended up with the Supra, as you can see. So when you're playing this game, you got to make sure you get the engine revved up in the green zone, and then you got to make sure you get a perfect shift every single time to get that really big lead. So I mean, it's a really fun game. Then you can also change up the distance and stuff, as far as how far you want to race and stuff, as far as the quarter mile and the half mile and stuff like that. And then you also have the career mode. So I mean, it's a pretty fun game. Be sure to check it out in the Play Store. Alright, so the next app that I have here is called No Limit Drag Racing. So on this game, it's pretty much just like the last game where you start off with a certain amount of money and you have to pretty much work your way up. So I am started out with about $20,000, and I ended up purchasing the Nissan 350Z or either the 370. I can't tell the difference between the two. There's different game modes on here as well. So you got a career mode, quick race, you can tune up your car, and then you got a multiplayer. So I'm going to do a quick race just to walk you guys through it. And then you also can try to race and set your time. Now at the beginning of every race, you have to do a burnout, just to get those tires sticky. Make sure they stick to the track and get them hot. And then once you pull up to the line, you got to stage your car. And you stage your car just by hitting the stage button. And then you got to hit the launch button. And then you take off as soon as it goes green. And then you got to shift every time you see the yellow light come on. And as you can see, I got a slight lead on this guy, and I won this race. But there's different game modes on here. Be sure to check it out if you want to get this game. And then you can also mess around with the settings, and tuning up the cars and stuff. A bunch of different fun things. Be sure to check it out in the Play Store. Alright, so this next racing game that I have here is called Drift Spirits. So, I mean, it's a really fun game to me. I mean, it doesn't involve a whole bunch of driving and stuff. So basically, all you have to do is set up your race and stuff. Pick a race that you want to do. You pick your character, who you want to play with. For some reason, I ended up with a girl. I don't know why when I picked out a guy. But anyway, it shows you a tutorial on how to play this game. So all you have to do is pretty much hit the steering wheel whenever you're getting ready to drift. This game is mainly about drifting. And then I really don't read a whole lot of the dialogue and stuff. It just takes too long. The one thing that I liked about this game was the drifting, the way you drift in this game. So as you can see, it looks like I have here a Subaru. I'm not sure what the name of it. Touch the screen to start, and then up in the right corner, you got to make sure you rev the engine up to get that blue light going on. And then to drift, all you have to do is hold down the steering wheel and then let it go. And then hold it down again and then let it go at the end of the drift. So that's pretty much it for the game. I mean, I really like it just because of that. I mean, it doesn't involve a whole bunch, but I'm sure you can go in the settings and change it up just a bit to your likings. And as you can see, I won. Now this next game is called Drift for Fun. Now I really like how they did this slow motion with the car drifting and then the birds and stuff flying around and stuff. Now that's really cool. I think something they spent a bunch of time doing. A pretty high quality app. So basically this is pretty much like an arcade racing game. You have your different game modes. You got a quick race, time attack, drift practice, and then soon to be you'll have a special survival event that you can do. So I usually, whenever I play this, I usually always do the quick game or quick race, and then I'm gonna just show you a quick race of how the drifting and stuff goes. I mean, it's fairly great. You pretty much start off with the car that they give you. They have different settings or plots, I should say, where you can drive either at night or during the day. Now, one thing I'll say is that the computer is really difficult once you start to get higher up in the different levels. I mean, they drift like they're professionals. I mean, they don't mess up at all. And then sometimes they play just a little bit dirty once you get higher into the levels. I haven't quite mastered the drifting skills up yet. As you can see, I'm driving a little off the road and stuff. But the computer looks like, I mean, they had some serious skills. And then one thing I noticed too is as you get higher and higher in the levels, you get more laps added onto every track that you race on. But like I was saying, this game really reminds me of a arcade game. Alright, so the last app that I have here is called Drift Max. So when you start off with this game, you pretty much start with a certain amount of money like you always do, and then this is the starting car. Now you can pretty much customize it the way you want, but I didn't want to customize this janky box car, so I ended up buying the Nissan Skyline GTR. And then you can also customize it any way you want. You can get some different color schemes, and you can also adjust the rims. You can put some decal on it, give it a new spray job. And I pretty much don't worry too much about that. I just keep it with the classic blue. And then you got your different race tracks. And you also have to buy the tracks as you level up. And then the way you get money, or coins I should say, is by the way you drift in every single track. So as you can see here, you drift by tapping the screen in certain directions. Now the only way you get money is unless you get really close to the wall. As you can see, I'm starting to get coins, but every time you hit the wall, you'll lose coins. But I really like how the way that the tires are really responsive by every time I tap the screen. As you can see, the tires go in different direction as I switch. But besides that, I mean, that's pretty much it for the game. It doesn't really take much to drift in this game. Now, besides the ads and stuff, I mean, this is a pretty solid racing game in my opinion. And then it goes in and breaks down your different coins and stuff. You get your total drift score, time score, and then you get your coins. So if you liked any of the apps and games on here that I featured, be sure to comment down below which ones were your favorite, and also give me some suggestion apps that I can try looking at or looking into, and then doing it in the best of the week. So be sure to leave it in the comments section, and I will catch you guys in the next one.